I'm Jessica.
I'm Sonia.
And I'm Dawn-Marie.
And we are Opinionated Lushes. Like our name says, we drink too much and have an opinion on everything.
Once a week, we get together to drink and talk shit. We start our episodes off with a question and a drink word. We usually never stay on topic or wait for the drink word to start drinking.
So go ahead, grab a drink, any kind of drink, and get ready to laugh with us and share our drunken opinions.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. How's it going?
Oh, it's going, guys. We're live.
We're live.
First time.
I didn't have to clap.
You don't have to clap.
Yeah, you don't even have to clap anymore.
Your
Wow.
only job, we took it from you.
It was a very pressure. Like, you guys would pressure me into it. You'd be like, "Okay, clap now. Okay, do it." And I'd be like,
I'm just really upset you don't do anything different. Like you've never added tassels or anything, like confetti. Like it's.
"Well, now that I know your disappointment, I will, jazz it up for you." Okay.
Now that you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that she doesn't have the job, she's like, "Oh, I'll work hard."
Yeah, I'll work hard for a job. I
Like,
don't have.
okay.
When you add me in, I'll just like have something in my hair, do something. I'll figure it out. Okay?
Cartwheels. Bup, bup, bup. I want you to practice cartwheels.
No, I am 35 years old. 36 almost.
35. Like that's old.
It is old.
It's middle age.
It is middle age.
It's not middle age. Middle age.
It is.
Middle age is not until your 40s.
Okay, people are dying in their
it's
between
changed.
70s and 90s, okay? And
That's
35
Yeah, like the average life expectancy went down
Yeah.
a lot.
so
That's-
35 is middle aged.
Listen, it's not ever.
You just don't want to admit that you're past it, okay?
I'm only 25 until somebody questions it. No.
Okay.
So what are you drinking, Dawn-Marie?
Don, you do have one other job, Don. You do have one
I
other
like I'm out
job.
of it. Okay. Jessica, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Mike's Hard Blue Freeze. Sonia, what are you drinking?
Drum roll?
Mike's Hard
we
Blue
can see your
Freeze.
cup.
Don, what about you?
What am I drinking? Drum roll?
What?
Mike's Hard Blue Freeze.
This was not planned.
Wow.
I know. I changed it up. I went to the alcohol store today because I don't know, I never do. So I was a surprise. I was like, you guys are always drinking this shit. I'm gonna try it. And it's super sugary. It's good. It's just really sweet. I'm too
You
old.
can find
for
a bag of
sweet.
booze though.
There was no bag of booze. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
I need to come to Ontario.
yeah.
Look, I have an extra
She
bag.
is. It's gonna happen.
good.
She's gonna stock up while she's
That's
here.
right.
Extra bag. I can show you.
Okay. I love it.
It's all over
And,
my
like-
house now.
And so I'm out in public today, getting drinks, and I need to learn French because I was at this Tim Hortons, and this guy was like talking to me. He didn't seem very nice about it. He kind of seemed like aggressive, and I don't know if he was talking about my boobs because of the shirt I'm wearing or that I'm wearing a sweater. So I just laughed and said, "It's okay. The van's air conditioned." So like I just took it like
Boobs, it's okay.
yeah, I didn't know if he was like offended. I was showing too much like whatever, or he was worried I was overheating. So I benefit of the doubt. I was like, okay,
Either
maybe
way, he doesn't have a reason to comment on your wardrobe, and he should mind his own business.
if he was just worried about my health, I took it that way. I was like, oh, like it's okay. There's air conditioning in the van.
Even if that's the case, he still has no right to comment. Like, if you want to wear a sweater, you have all right to wear a sweater. Like-
yeah. I don't know. Maybe just want me to have heat stroke. Maybe he's a paramedic person. You know, I don't know.
Maybe, but I doubt it.
You take the job home with him.
Yeah, he can't even get
He just
coffee.
sees health occurrences wherever he goes. you
Yeah,
know?
Chris is
Yeah.
watching. Chris, what is the word for boob in French? Is it?
In French.
Yeah.
No, just what is the word?
Yeah, like-
all the words for boob,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. What is your showing too much titty? Yeah, I don't think he said that. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. I was just very awkward. It could have been, but now I know for the future.
Today.
Okay.
I don't even know how to pronounce that.
Scenes?
Ciens?
Ciens? I keep thinking it's
Scenes.
Sheen, like the store.
I know.
Close. We said different things, but that's okay.
Yeah, no, thank you. We appreciate
It's
good. He's the good husband for a reason.
Because he knows French.
Yeah, he's bilingual. That's why you needed a man.
That's right. So you know when someone's commenting about your cleavage. So our topic we're gonna try and get into is, do you have any reoccurring dreams and what do you think they mean? And the word today is can't.
Oh, I feel like I'll say that, but I don't know if I'll catch it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drink because
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. This is for the listener.
I bought 4 cans. Okay, so I have to go through all of them. So I also got one of
Obviously.
these.
I got the watermelon.
Yeah.
I don't have that one. I have the white.
Oh wait. Oh shit! It's okay.
Oh no!
It's okay. All right, I got the white.
Okay, I got white too.
Oh, the white's good.
Yeah, and
White's
my
good.
last one is the peaches candy.
I have that too. I also have the orange popsicle from Mike's and the orange popsicle from Smirnoff, and I'm going to sample each one, which one tastes closest to the orange creamsicle.
I was like, I'm only gonna get 4 cans. I'm not gonna buy all of them. That's too much. Like, come on now. Like, you know. I worked
Wow,
through
you're
the
gonna
week.
You have to limit yourself.
All right.
Okay, recurring dreams and what do we think they mean?
Yeah, I don't believe in like what dreams mean, but well, sort of.
I do for fun.
Yeah, so the most reoccurring thing that happens in my dreams is when I do something, I don't do it well. Like, it's never good. And I feel like that's just because in real life, I always feel like I'm too awkward to like complete a task to my full potential. So maybe it's just like it goes on in my dreams that when I'm doing something, I'm terrible at it. I still get like the job done. I'm just terrible at it. I'm a minimum wage worker in my dreams.
I think a lot with dreams, it's just like whatever emotions you're feeling and your brain's just trying to like make an image, make sense of it. And since your brain knows nothing in reality, it just jumbled up a bunch of things. It's like, well, you had this thing when you were 6 years old that kind of felt the same. So we'll move that over here. And I feel like that's all dreams are, just like what you're feeling.
Yeah, it takes feelings and puts it to an image kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like
if you asked AI to describe anger in pictures,
it's dreams.
Like, it's like
yeah. If you ask AI to be like, what's anxiety? And it's like, oh, you're a failure at everything. Like that.
Yeah. And the image is like a dark woods, and you're like, it's like that's all I think dreams are.
Well, it's always like when I'm swimming, I'm not good at it. When I'm driving, I'm not good at it. When I'm riding a bike, I'm not good at it. When I'm flying, I'm not good at it. Not like a plane. I'm flying with wings.
Yeah, obviously.
It's
Do you
just
guys have dreams where like, okay, I know this has happened to me and I know this happens to some other people, where you dream where like your husband cheated on you and you wake up, they're beside you and you're still mad at them and you're like, I can't believe you did that to me, but it was a dream. They didn't actually do it.
I mean, I always joke mad.
Yeah.
I'm never like actually mad.
But like some people are actually mad, like when it happens sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, my mother-in-law would be actually mad. Actually, my father-in-law
Jessica
has talked
does
about
that.
it. I do not. I do not. I don't. I tell him about it. I always go, "Ha! You cheated on me last night." But like
I've never had a dream where Kyle's cheated on me. It's always like he's left me for someone else. It's like I get happen, but like it's which is fine. But I never like. No, I don't really care about it. I'm just like, okay, like I work through it in my dream. Like I get over it. Like, okay, he's left me. And then like I have his new life and I'm happy for him. Like as I'm supportive of his actions.
Well, that kind of reminds me of my dream. So like David introduced me to his other girlfriend. Like, or it was his friend who was a sex worker, I think it was, but I was totally cool with that. It was weird. Like the dream anyway. And like, I don't know if it means I have self-confidence or self-esteem issues. One of the two. I don't know.
Like, wouldn't that be
Little bit
like
of both.
a lot of self-esteem? Like if you're like very confident with
Right,
like
that's what I mean, self-confidence, or I have self-esteem issues that I think he would leave me for someone. Like, I don't know
I
if it's
see,
one or
yeah.
the other, right? Like, that I'm confident enough that he can be friends with that, or I think he would leave me for some, like, I don't know. It's whatever the dream, yeah, I don't.
whatever.
anyway.
I have, in my dreams, everyone has like the opposite personality. So all the people I'm close with, like if I'm dreaming about you guys, same if I'm dreaming about Chris, you're all assholes in my dreams. You guys are the ones that are bullying me in my dreams.
I'm
But
sorry.
then my like enemies growing up are the ones that are like I'm hanging out with. And it's always so weird. It's always like opposite land in my dreams. And it's like like I don't realize you guys are being opposite. I'm like trying like, no, I need you. And you're like, fuck off or whatever Dream Sonia says, you know?
That's terrible because
Yep.
Dream Sonia in Kyle's dream world is also an asshole to him. Like all the
Really?
time. I'm like, what is happening? Like I'm always
I've
mean
had
person.
dreams like this since I was a kid. My closest friends in my dreams, my closest family in my dreams, whatever, always were the dicks in my dreams. Always. So this is like a dream trend I've like my brain just formulated over 30 years, I guess.
Maybe you're like worried that one day we're just gonna like churn on you and like that's what that dream means is like one day we're gonna be like, hey, assholey.
Yeah, just one day all of a sudden.
Yeah.
That's when I'm like not gonna know whether I'm in real life because I'll be like, are you Dream Sonia? Is this all a dream? Can I jump out this window right now? Let me go like try.
Will I fly? Like
Sonia would only treat me this way in dream world.
yeah. Oh, it's I should playing basketball. Yeah. Like, aren't you like too short? Is that like an issue? Like, I know he's taller than I am, but like he's only like
He's too short for professional basketball. He's not too short for basketball.
play.
Oh my goodness.
Like,
Aren't you just too short in general to play? No.
like I can play basketball. He's taller than me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, I'm just like, I was going to like go somewhere with that. Like when you play, like drift, like is it like a cartoon? Like, or are you tall? Like, is it?
Well, it's like running in dreams.
Ken, I'm not good at
It's
it.
like
yeah.
no one's good at it. I don't know one person that's like, yeah, you know, my skill is running in my dreams.
You know, fucking, I could just go. It's like the Twilight.
All the guys chasing me, fucking I just leave. You know, like
Just gone.
just gone. Okay, recurring dreams. I used to have recurring dreams as a kid a lot.
I have them still, the same dreams. I dream like the same 5 things. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
One
Like,
of them is
what are the 5
okay.
things?
One of them is looking for land whales. So that's like, you know, like Moby Dick, but it's on land.
Wait, so the whales are like swimming on land? Is this like
They've been
air
beached?
swimming or like tremors? Are they in the dirt?
No,
Like I need to know.
They're like belly flopping.
So they've been beached? Like beached
like-
whales? Like
no,
they
No, these are land
They're
whales.
yeah,
dead,
that's
they're
being
dead.
beached.
You know,
It's when they come up onto land.
no. That's when they're dying. These are land
These ones live on land. They
whales.
drive down the street. Not driving, they're whales, you know, like they go. And I
That
try
makes
and
more sense. Okay, all right.
and like it always changes who I'm with. It doesn't matter. But like it's Like I don't know why I'm keeping this, but
You
I
have to
need to know.
demonstrate the
And
land
I'm in a
whales. Yeah.
ship, like I'm in like a big pirate ship trying to get whales. Again, I'm not good at it. But there's other people also trying to get whales. But then there's people just living their life. Like, why are you guys so weird? You know, like
That would be me.
it's yeah, that's one. And then another one is always water based, but I can breathe underwater. Like I'm not a mermaid, but I'm not a human either.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just a
I'm just a
Sonya.
Sonya in the water. I'm just living my life like Aquaman, but I can't talk to the fish or anything. I just can breathe underwater. And another one is like I'm an eagle. But again, I'm not an eagle. I'm just a person. And that's when I'm eagle, Sonya. That's when it's most realistic. Like that's where my life is mostly like I'm living my life, but as a non-eagle. Like that's like I'm just doing daily tasks, like my mundane life. But
Now we need to get merch where it says a non-eagle eagle, and it's like an eagle but with your head.
Yeah, non-eagle. Yeah.
On an eagle body. Yeah, it's a non-eagle eagle.
That's 3, right? Oh, and then another
Yes.
one is I have to get somewhere, but the car I'm driving is broken down and the brakes never work, but I seem to stop at stoplights. That's
That's dream logic for you. Safety first, you know.
yeah. And then another one is somebody I care about dies. Like that's like it's just that changes. And I'm not even myself. It's around that person's life. Like
Yeah.
that's not me. I'm not there. Like those are like the 5, like it's the most reoccurring.
Mine aren't that specific.
Mm.
Mine are different like almost every time, but they'll have like recurring themes. So teeth is a big one for me. Losing my teeth.
I have some of those too. Yeah.
I have that all the time. And then I will wake up in the morning and I'll be like I feel like
are
I
your
can't
gums
tell.
itchy? Like
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I literally I'm just like I like wake up and at first I don't know that I was dreaming. Like it's like so for like a minute I'm like, "Oh my gosh, where are all my teeth?"
Okay.
And they don't even like just fall out. They like slowly fall out so that they're like rattling around in my mouth before I can like spit them all out.
Okay.
Like it's the worst. It's a terrible dream. I hate those dreams. That's probably why I have them the most because I can't stop thinking about them because I
they
hate
just
them so
glue
much.
to your brain, right?
Ah.
A reoccurring dream I always have is I'm at a funeral. Like, I don't know whose funeral it is. It's obviously someone close to me because they're all sending their condolences to me. But I'm always at a funeral. And it's different people that approach me in each dream, but it's still at a funeral. So I don't know what the hell that means, but
It means that you take everyone else's tragedy and makes it your own. Like, you know, like a celebrity dies and you're like, oh my God, guys, I can't leave today. Like, I've never met this person. Or like, yeah, like your Facebook status is like, oh, like it just curtain closed, bottle of wine kind of day. Like
She's just crashing funerals just so that people will be like, I'm so sorry.
Yes, send me the condolences. I want your sympathy. Cry for me.
I know people like that.
My
for real.
Actually, not like that though.
I know you're not. Yeah.
My husband is a big like dream guy, so now it's like whenever I have a dream or he has a dream, we always like, well, let's look it up and see what it means. And it's always so vague that you can literally attribute it's like horoscopes, right?
Yeah.
It's so anyone can read into it based on their life, and that's kind of how the dream readings are, but it's like a fun thing to do for us.
Yeah.
I don't believe it. I'm not like, oh my God, my dream's telling the future. But
Nice.
still.
Deja vu. I fucking hate that. Happens to me so much. I know it just means like your brain's misfiring, but like at times I'm like, oh my gosh, I know I dreamt about this or I thought about this already and now, but it's not. It's just stupid.
Stupid brain.
Stupid brain.
Stupid brain not braining properly.
Yeah, because I'm like, I feel like I know exactly what's gonna happen next, and it obviously happens because your brain's hiccuping. But it's weird because at the same time, it's just like you're just living that moment once, but your brain is hiccuping. So like, you feel like you can see the future, but you're not. You're just. It's like yeah.
Yes. It was a glitch.
It is. The Matrix is your brain, your computer brain. There's a glitch.
Do you guys always remember your dreams?
For a
No.
little while.
Like often?
No.
Oh, yeah, every time I wake up.
Yeah, I remember my dreams almost every night. I generally recall them right away. Over the day, I usually forget to make room for other dreams, I guess. But yeah, like almost every night. Like I always tell Chris these elaborate stories that I just dreamt. It's like, 7:30 in the morning and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." So I was running through this hotel and it's like paragraphs. And he's like, "That was your dream last night?" It's like, "Yeah." What does it mean?
Yeah, what does it mean?
What does it mean? You're stressed. Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's probably all of them. You're a mom.
Trauma brain makes you remember.
Yeah, you're a mom, so now you're stressed. And
Or it's like reoccurring PTSD. It's like, that's what you have. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's fun. But I have like random dreams.
Fun.
Yeah. Like one time I had like a dream that like felt real. Like where like you like where you feel pain in your dream. Like it's like intense. And like I had it when I was younger, like grade 7. I still remember. And I was living in Center Mall Apartments. Jessica, that's like Ottawa Street where Center Mall used to be. There's like a Walmart and yeah. There's apartments there. And I remember the landlord there. He was such a jerk. But in my dream, he was a jerk too. And but then the elevator was broken. You know how like scary movies, like the elevator all of a sudden broken. It's lobby's all dark and like there's flickering lights everywhere. And I'm going outside, and then somehow there's Snow White and the 7 Dwarves there, and it's pretty cool. But then like all of a sudden, like something comes into my face, and like it felt like a whisper in my ear, like, shh, everything's going to be okay. And then it was a vampire. It bit me, and I had like a kink in my neck for like a week. It was, that was like, I still remember it because it was so like vivid, like it was like,
that's stressful. Sorry, I'm like burping. That's like especially like waking up with that pain.
Mm-hmm. And like still like the feel of someone's voice in your ear. Yeah, it was
the whole Freddy Krueger vibes.
Yeah.
Like it's following you into the daylight.
Yeah. And that
into the waking world.
And it just like it has stuck with me like since then. But that was like my
Sorry.
You go. You go.
You go.
You go.
I was just gonna like just tangent off that where like I haven't like felt pain off a dream, but I do get really dizzy from dreams because I tend to have dreams where I'm either in like an airplane or a roller coaster or some sort of ride. Things like I'm afraid of all those things. Planes I deal with because I need them to go places, but I do not do rides or roller coasters. But I will be on them in my dream, and even if I close my eyes, I still feel it.
Yeah.
So in my dream, my eyes are closed, but I'm still feeling that I'm on the ride, and I will wake up feeling like I was just on this ride and about to die because I'm always about to die on these rides. They're death machines. and yeah, so like I kind of, I wake up dizzy and sick and nauseous.
Dawn's like, I just sleep. Like,
she's like, what's a dream?
Yeah, I rarely remember them. Unless like, I've had them a couple of times in a row, but I rarely remember them. There was only like one or two that that actually scared the crap out of me, where like someone was chasing me and I ended up running into Delta Secondary School. That's my old high school. And then I ended up living in Delta. Like, I just moved in. Like, someone was chasing me, and then I was like, yeah, I'm never leaving. And I moved in. And it became my mansion. Like, so it went from scary to, like, pretty cool. But, like, that's the only one that I remember that was, like, really vivid. It, like, scared the crap out of me at first. And, like, I woke up. I remember, like, the first half I woke up, and, like, I was breathing heavily. Like, oh, my God, someone was chasing me. Fell back asleep. Continued the dream. I hate that when you continue the same dream. Yeah,
always happens to me.
I hate it. But then I ran into Delta, and I ended up turning it to like a mansion, and it was fine.
I've never had that happen. Like, it's always like a good dream goes bad. I don't think I've ever had a bad dream go good.
I always just work through my bad dreams. Like, it's always like, oh, I'm having a bad dream, but then I'm like, hey, I'm dreaming. Just go with it. You know, like, it's just like fun.
Oh, you're able to lucid dream?
I'm like, you know what? It's fine. You're dreaming. Don't worry about it. But sometimes my biggest nightmare that is recurring is old ladies. So I'll be dreaming, and all of a sudden an old lady will flash, you know, like in the jump scare. Yeah. He was like on TikTok, and he was like sleeping.
Oh, I was just showing the things. You don't have to like switch
I know, but it'd be fun.
Sorry.
I know, wanted a backstory for YouTube for people who are on YouTube. There was so Tepno was on his TikTok, and he was sleeping, but like this man just looked dead. Like, he was just laying there. And I was like someone needs to put a mirror like to see if he's still breathing. But like, did you get like people like perverts giving you gifts? Like, did people fap for free, or did they pay you? Like, that's what I want to know. Like, us.
How the napping went. What'd you get?
Yeah, what did you get?
Yeah.
But like, so the nightmare is I'll be dreaming, but then all of a sudden it goes dark, and you know, like in the nightmare where the guy's like maggots, you know, like where he's yelling at you, but instead of yelling, it's just an old woman just sitting there. And that wakes me up, and like my heart's always racing, and like it's old people scare me. Like they always have.
My dreams always feel so like realistic that it's very every once in a while I realize I'm dreaming, and those are actually usually the good dreams.
All
I'm
ruins
like, oh, something good is happening. Yeah. Well, I'm just like, something good is happening. This must be a dream. Enjoy it. But if it's something terrible, then I usually don't realize it's a dream, and so it's really hard for me to like gain control of the situation. And it always feels so realistic that it's like, even when I wake up, I have that moment a lot, waking up, where it's like, you're like, where am I? Like, is this real life?
Yeah. No.
Have you ever double dreamed?
Where you like wake up and you're still dreaming?
And it was in a dream?
No, I've never. Not that I remember, but like,
I might have, but I don't remember what the dream was. But I think I have done it. I just don't remember what that dream was.
The white is amazing. Again, first time drinking these. Amazing. Too much sugar. My teeth are starting
These
to hurt.
are not your first time. I came over to your house for a pool party, and we had these.
Did we?
Yes. And I have the picture on Instagram.
Okay, well, I don't remember.
And we had the three, the white, the blue, and the peach.
I don't remember, but this is good.
You said that the last time, too. See, she's having a recurring dream right now.
Yeah.
Deja vu.
So I read that I dreamt Kurt Cobain was showering me. Like, they were like...
My God. Okay, I do have a really funky dream. Okay, and now that you mentioned that, okay. So what happened is I had to take a bus to Wonderland. But it was HSR. It wasn't like an actual go bus.
HSR bus? Ew.
We ended up going to Wonderland, and like we're riding on the rides, but then we all got locked into Wonderland. And I had to go find Jack Nicholson, because Jack Nicholson released me. But his house was in Wonderland, and I had to go into his house, and he was like, you know, The Shining? It was that like side of Jack Nicholson with a bunch of naked women around him.
That's amazing. That's like, what?
I was like, Jack Nicholson, can you take me home? And he's like, Yeah, 1 second. And he's like making out with this girl and like snorting cocaine off of her back. And then he's like, okay,
Does
let's
Jack
go.
Nicholson do this? If you're listening,
Yeah, probably.
do you snort cocaine off of naked women's backs and drive people home? Like,
Not anymore. Probably
Jet
back then, though.
and flew me home. But like that was
there was a
it's such
jet,
a
not a
dream.
bus, but you got to go home in a
I
jet.
took a bus there, but a jet home.
Okay.
Yeah.
The jet just like took a few extra laps just to double, its emissions, just because that's what private jets
Yeah.
do before it came
Yeah.
back down.
But
It
like
was very
Just
nice
in
of him.
circles.
yeah, it was Jack Nicholson. I have no idea why, but he owned Wonderland. And I had to get home, but we were locked in. So like I was like, dude, you need to take me home. And he's like, yeah, okay. He's like, just 1
It's
second,
your
though.
job, Jack
Yeah,
Nicholson.
Jack. I need to go home.
That dream, I remember that dream because I was so fucked up. I was like, what the hell? So yeah, Jack Nicholson owns Wonderland, guys. I'm just saying.
I wonder what Jack Nicholson in a dream means.
Oh,
Like what its dream meaning, Jack Nicholson.
yeah, I've got to figure
I don't
that out.
know.
Someone should write that. Like, if you dream of this celebrity, this is what it means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever their
And like
personality
amusement
is.
park, celebrity, city bus, naked women, and drugs.
I think you're gonna get one of those like porn videos where like they like AI the face was deep fake. That's it. You're gonna get a deep fake porn video of Jack Nicholson. I think that's what's gonna happen. Like you're not gonna get what does
Oh,
the
no.
dream mean. You're gonna get it's gonna be like you fall asleep and then all of a sudden like it goes into a woo 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 and then it's porn. That's what you're gonna get.
It basically turned almost into it, but yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised on that you don't have more porn dreams.
Only when I'm pregnant.
Only when you're pregnant. Oh.
I only have sex dreams when I'm pregnant, and like they're intense. But like,
I feel like that's just like, okay, you're going through this, so this is like what you get. Like you're like day like your real life is fucking shit, okay? Like I'm sorry this is happening to you. So your brain is kind of like a trauma response. We're like, hey, here's some good in your life.
yeah, you're about to push a baby out of you, so here's some like dicking down, like
Enjoy.
Enjoy, yeah.
before you
You're
never
gonna
get it for another 5 years. Just here you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, you're never gonna
Well,
get it like this in real life.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now I'm just thinking of that like that one like Pixar movie or whatever with the emotions in the head.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Inside.
Yeah, no, it's just inside.
Inside Out,
Is it
yeah.
Inside Out.
Yeah,
Yeah, something
it's
like that.
Inside Out because I
know
remember
it's-
I cried at that movie while I was pregnant.
There you go. And now I'm just imagining them going, okay, she's pregnant, guys. Time to flick the porn switch. Like,
They're like, they start acting it out themselves. They're like, okay, like, and action. And they're just,
well, I guess they're all older now.
And happy
too.
and angry are going at it. Yeah.
yeah, but they're wearing masks
Obviously.
because they like dress up in character. They,
And after they're done, Sad pops out like, aw.
yeah, you're like, oh, it's not
Like, it
real.
wasn't that great.
Oh,
Aw.
no.
Yeah, that's like nothing's more disappointing in life when you're like kind of going at it in dream world and then you don't get to where you need to go. So you wake up sexually frustrated.
Yeah.
You know? You're like, what the fuck? Like, that's why is this my life? Like, that's the worst.
It's
always
like, what time is
amazing,
it?
right?
Do I have time?
Yeah. It's because it's always like you should have because like the stars have aligned. The stars have always aligned in your dreams where like you should get to the finish line, but then you wake up and you're like, what? Just
I think it's kind of like, that whole jumping off a building and you wake up before you hit the ground type thing.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like the same reflex.
you're just like, oh no. Your body's like, no. You're panicking.
Your body doesn't know what's danger, so it's just like, oh, there's strong sensation. Something, wake up.
Something's happening. You're like, no, go back to sleep.
Because your body and your brain aren't connected very well.
You think they would be?
There's like one cord.
Yeah.
There's like down your spine connecting everything. So sometimes there's miscommunication.
It falls asleep on the job. Like it's dreaming about something. Like it's like fuck her.
Fucker. So maybe that's what it is. That's why we can't always finish in our dreams. Our body just gets startled.
If you dream of Leonardo, you're over 25, he won't get with you.
That's true.
I feel like that at that point, like Leonardo right now is kind of problematic. Like it's sure, like people are like, you know,
They're adults. Yeah,
but like
still.
once you're 25, that's when your brain's done developing. So that says to him about him that he only likes children.
Underdeveloped girls.
He's like, yeah, like yeah, people who don't
like
know
he
any
would
better.
date younger, except that it's illegal.
Yeah, that's what it tells
That's
me.
what
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
That's why, like, anyone's dating an 18-year-old and they're like an adult, they're not also 18, like, or have teen like in their name, then I'm gonna be like, okay, would you date a 17-year-old if it wasn't illegal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what about a 16-year-old? What about, like, where's your limit? Like, the minute you're like at that cusp, I'm always like, how low will you
because
go?
like, okay, if you wait till
know?
the birthday or whatever, she's no much older the day before than the day after her birthday. So what's the difference? Like,
yeah, it's not
It's
like
the
if
law.
you're willing to date an 18-year-old, you're technically willing to date a 17-year-old, and that's gross.
Yeah. So when people are adult, like so when you're 21, I feel like you're only a 1-year-old adult. Okay, you're only one. And when you're 45, you're a 25-year-old adult. There's so like, you know, there's that. Or you're 38 and this person's 24. So this is a 4-year-old adult. You're an 18-year-old adult. You know, like this 4 so it's a little icky.
It's like the older you get, the longer your age range to dating older also gets.
Or it should be.
But not dating younger. That doesn't, like, that should stay, you know, relatively similar. I mean, it's just like me and Chris have a 4-year age difference. I was 23, he was 27.
Yeah, but that's still
really
the same. So he's a 7-year-old adult and you were a 3-year-old adult. So that's still okay. You're still children. Like that's
I like that though. That we should make like a chart.
Yeah.
Just to explain
If you're a
the
20-year-old, you're
adult
an infant.
age hypothesis.
Yeah. Kyle looks older than me. We're the same age, but Kyle looks older than me. And like I look young now, but when we started dating, I looked a lot younger, but Kyle looked the same age. So Kyle has always looked like he's in his 30s or older. So when I was pregnant and had Kara and he's walking around with us, people would give him the dirtiest look ever.
You're pregnant with Brandon.
Yeah, and I had Kara. So I was pregnant and had Kara. So yeah. And we're out walking about, we go to the park or whatever. They're like, oh my God, this is a pregnant child with this dirty old man. No one said anything to him, but like they always gave us like no one tried to like protect me. They're just like, okay.
Okay. For the record, dirty gossip. I had a friend. I went to university. Like I met her in university, and she had 2 kids at this point. And turns out she was that person with 2 kids with a dirty old man. and like it was he was, I think, like 30 when she was 16. And because she got pregnant, the parents like had them get married.
Oh, one of those.
And so yeah, and guess what? Now they're both voting for like the PPC, like the People's Party.
See, that's what happens when young women date old dudes. And
she has a master's in political science. It doesn't matter. Like we went to school together, and I was like, "You're such a you're such a fucking idiot." Like I'm so sorry, but like she's so and no one saved her. Like people just don't. They don't do anything.
No, they just dirty looks. That's it. That's all they do. That's all society does.
They just judge.
Judging. Yeah. But at the same time, if someone came up to us, I would have been like, "Fuck off," or punch them in the mouth. Right? It's but at the same time, you should worry.
Say something like I don't know.
But it happened the same thing with my brother.
So if they approached you, it depends on how they approached you, right? If they're like, "Hey, if you're underage, like I'm concerned." If they like were actually concerned and like polite, I would have been like, no, and I would explain. But if they're just like, hey, get away from her, you dirty pig, or whatever, and like without like, aggressively, then I would tell them to go fuck off.
Yeah,
But
I'm so
if they,
protective of Kyle.
right? But
Yeah.
if they approached politely and was like, hey, I'm just curious, like, how
Are
old
you
are you?
okay?
Are you okay? Like,
Yeah,
I'm just
who's this
concerned.
Well, and a
man
lot
to
of
you?
Well, and a lot of the times you approach it not even like right away. You go, "Oh, how far along
Yeah.
are you?" Or, "Oh, how old's your little one?" Or, "Oh, like
When did you
kind
two
of
get
thing." And then you go,
together? Like,
"Hey,
yeah,
we
like
need help."
gauge the situation a little. But yeah, like if someone was like aggressive about it, then yeah, I tell them to fuck off. But like, I would be totally cool if someone like with actual concerns was polite and was like, hey, worried. I'd be like, no, it's cool. Like we're the same age. It's all good. Like I just look better than him. That's all.
That's it. That's all it is. I'm just aging better.
Yeah.
But like people are more rude to me when I'm alone, right? So I had Kara young, and so I look 12 when she's 4, and people are like, "Oh, like you're taking your sister to the park. That's so cute." And then she'd be like, "Hey, mom, here's a rock." And so then they're just
And then
like,
the look comes.
yeah, and they're just like blah 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 blah, and I'm 20, and like, you're just people have kids at 20 all the time, but like always so rude to me alone.
Yeah.
But they would do dirty look. But like I would sometimes I'd tell people to fuck off because I'm just tired of it. The most trouble, crossing guards were the worst. Though I'd be dropping Kara off at school and I'd be coming back. They're like, you need to wait for me, like to like so I could cross. They're like, why are you leaving school property? Get back there, blah blah blah, truancy or whatever. I'm like, like I'm an adult.
I got yelled at from a Bishop. Okay, so the school that's by my house moved, but before it was like right by my house. It was the high school that was in front of the elementary school that my son goes to. So every time I would drop Nicholas off, if I would walk past the high school, people would stop me and be like, why aren't you in uniform? And I was like, because I don't fucking go here.
Yeah, it was
like, what? They're like, you need to get your uniform and get to class. And I'm like, I don't fucking go here. I'm 23. Thank you. And they're like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, I started university. I was 2021, and I already had Ernest, and I remember going in, and a lot of people were like right out of high school, right in your first year university courses.
Yeah.
So it's like a lot of them would talk about going to their parents' home for the summer, about what dorms they're living in. And we'd always have to there's a lot of group work first year.
too much group work.
And I just remember yeah, I hate it too. Oh my God. And a lot of these people would be like, oh, like, what are you doing this weekend? I'm like, nothing. Can't really afford a babysitter. Ha 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 ha. And then you just see their face change.
Like,
You have one of
what?
those.
And they're like doing the math. They're like, okay, she doesn't look like she just had the kid. So
How old is she?
how old? And yeah, then it'd be like, oh, 18 months. And they're like,
More math.
how old does she look? Like, and I'm just like, I took 1 year off high school, guys, calm down. Like, but their entire personality and how they interacted with you would change.
Yeah.
It would just change.
They wouldn't talk to you as much. Or...
Loved it. When I was 28, I went back to like get an upgrade on something, and so everyone's like 18 to 20, and they all thought I was the same age as them, and it was amazing. And they'd just be like blah blah blah, doing this, and then it was someone's birthday. And like, oh, how old are they turning? I'm like, oh, 12. And they're like my kids, right? Like, and they're like, what?
Yeah.
What? So it was Kara's birthday. It was like in the fall, almost Halloween. I'm like, oh yeah, it's my daughter's birthday. Like I'm doing that. And they're just like, oh, that's cute. So I guess they thought maybe I was like a young mom, and they were so supportive. They're like, oh, that's so sweet. Like, yeah, we're gonna go like bowling. Just like, what?
It's like 2-year-olds can't go bowling. What?
You could be like Drew Barrymore and Never Been Kissed and infiltrate a high school to write an
Ew, that's so
expose.
creepy. That's so problematic. No, thank you.
I know.
No, I don't think I could pass as a high school student anymore. I'm going to be realistic.
Yeah.
The grades have started coming in. The last 6 months, man, like I got 1 and now there's 20. Like it's just
They
it's
multiply.
so quick.
Yeah.
And like now they're like down to here. I'm like, oh my, how did that happen? Out of nowhere. Like I've always looked young, but now it's like progressively going like exponential growth. Like
Oh
we were
no.
at COVID, right, guys? And like now it's happening to me in real life, and I'm not ready. Like I had this whole time to prepare myself.
What if me and Dawn just go on like a normal path of aging?
Yeah.
Well, you went like straight line, but then your exponential growth causes you to go like this.
Yeah, so,
Well, we're
right?
just going average.
Yeah,
So eventually,
I'm gonna be so
you'll look
decrepit
older than us.
one day. I am older than you guys.
One day.
No, but you're gonna look
Yeah,
it
but
finally.
you don't look older than us.
Yeah. Which we're excited about, can you tell?
I still, yeah, so I can't pass as high school. College, young, fresh going into college, I can, I'm sure. But high school, nope, I'm done. That's it.
You graduated finally.
So I can't pass. Yeah. It's,
Damn.
well, let's
They should have that like a test.
to see if you
Can you
go.
still pass for a high
Could
school?
you just go into high school and see? Be like,
There was a news article where this 32-year-old woman was in a high school. You heard about that, right?
Yeah,
Jessica?
she was. She was dating someone or
Like, I
know, a
something too,
teacher?
And these
and-
freshmen were like, no, we didn't know she
No.
was 32.
Yeah, none of the students knew she was an adult. She like had like fake birth certificates or something.
But she was
was she
32.
going there as a student?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, now we gotta try. Okay, now we have to go.
The hard part is getting the fake documents and like
Just you
that
could be
kind
like
of
21
stuff, I
Jump
think.
Street where you're pretending to like be like, hey, I gotta find out where the drugs are coming from. And then so you just infiltrate the school. Like
Yeah, like I'm very anti-cop, but that's the one reason to become a cop, just to like see if we can get into high school.
yeah, we
21
we
Jump
spend the
Street
next
style.
5 years trying to get into police school to get hired by the police. Just
Episode 500. Did it work?
Unedited Lushes. We'll come back to you guys. Like
This
I
is
never
infiltrating
I
high
never
school.
understood that. Like those people like they don't look young enough to be in high school. The movie that what with what's his face? Magic Mike.
Jonah
and
Hill?
Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
On Drum Street. Yeah.
They look 50 and they're going into high. Maybe if they were like maybe when as teachers, but no, they're not even.
I think the issue is if that movie was made in like the 90s, I could believe that they were teenagers. But over the time period of like the 2000s and 2010s, things like Degrassi using actual teenagers in their teenage show, or like other shows dropping younger and younger to have like 18-year-olds play because they're technically adults, so they don't have to follow the child labor laws, but they still can play teenagers. That now when 30-year-olds play teenagers, we're just like, I don't believe it.
I don't believe it.
We're like, no, you have to be like 24 and then I'll believe it.
But I think
anything older
also
than that.
Our perception of how people look, like to me, 19-year-olds look 10. You know, like that.
That's true too.
But when
yeah.
I was 19, like 30-year-olds didn't look that old, you know, but like now I'm like, oh my gosh, like you need someone to wipe your nose there. Like how are you driving? Did you pack a lunch? Like, are you hungry? Like, it's
do you know the way home?
yeah. Like, do you need me to
Is
call
your
an
name
adult
in
for
your
you?
backpack? Like, we need to know.
Yeah, and I don't think
Or
that
in
has
your
anything to do
underwear.
with being a parent because I've always been a parent since I was like a child. So I think it's just an age thing where we get so old. I think that's why older people think I'm younger. So that's like when people are 50, they think I'm 20. I think that's the issue. Like people the same age as me, like gauge that I'm the same age. People who are younger, like 20, they're a little confused. They're like, okay, like they're a little bit older, but they're not old as my mom. But I'm old as their mom. And then, but I
Yeah.
find that like people who are older, they think I'm just like fresh out of high school or like college or whatever, right? So they're just. I feel like
Well,
that's where we're
also,
at.
like,
Like,
I think
most young people.
I think it's because our generation actually like views children as children.
Yeah, we don't
You
see
know,
children as adults.
like,
Yeah.
and well, it's like, older generations, children were either props or an extension of themselves or an extension of like they didn't really have like a whole lot of humanity all the time.
Yeah.
Even like the good boomer parents still had that,
Yep.
struggle, generational trauma, all that kind of stuff. So I feel like our generation is like the first to be like, no, you're a child.
Yeah, there's
like,
no
they all
expectations
grew
of
up,
you, right? Like, be a child, have
right?
fun.
Like they grew up with like even like, I mean, even us, like the Little Mermaid and shit, where it's like a 16-year-old going off to get married, and that's childhood fun.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like, and now like all of us millennials are like, that's ridiculous. But I remember my mom putting that on for me and being like, this is a love story. So it's like there was like a big shift in mentality, I think, between those at the age of consent. Like, let's raise that bitch. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But there's still like even though there's more of like the millennial generation who are like seeing children as children, there's still people of our generation not healed from childhood trauma and are like,
Oh,
we're
100%.
18, you're getting kicked out of the house. Like, that's their mentality, and that's unfortunate. It's because kids are
Especially
kids.
now when like we most of us can't afford a house either.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
40, you can't afford like a house on your own, like rent is
We're technically
insane.
moving in with our parents. Never mind like our children moving out.
Yeah, like any moment now, sorry Marlene, I'm gonna have to live with you. Like,
Well, like Annie's our
and we
backup
own our
plan.
house. Like, we have no mortgage, nothing. There's no reason for us to need to, but it could still be a possibility.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so like I feel like our generation is probably like the first to really acknowledge that. And so I think there's going to be a sharp decrease in parents that do think that way. Obviously, it's not going to be like a net zero. I feel like it's going to be like a trickle, like less and less every
Yes,
generation
yeah.
until the world burns.
Right? As the world gets worse, our parenting gets better. Like, it's
I know.
fine.
We're going to be like, it's okay to be depressed. The world is on fire.
Yeah.
Your feelings are valid here.
Yeah, just have fun. Go
Yeah.
for it. Like, go
Just
play your video games.
Fucking buy yourself, get a little treat. Get a little treat. We all just need
Just
a
a
little
little
treat
treat.
nowadays.
You want some chocolate? Go get some.
It's melted, but help yourself.
We do a lot of trauma response here. In our house. We I don't know. They're showing it. I'm like, what the
Oh, that's my friend Evan.
Hi, Evan.
No worries.
I was like, what is
Hi, Evan.
happening? Yeah. But yeah, at our house, we're just like, there's a lot of shit going on. Why don't we just put what we have to do on pause and let's go play some video games? Like, I kind of feel like I'm enabling maybe a drug addiction. I'm like, okay, like, listen, let's not deal with this right now. Let's go have fun. Yeah. It's Danya. How do you know who Danya is?
Because he's my friend Evan.
Yeah, but how does Evan know Danya?
Because we talk about
Oh, you and Evan? You and Evan have these conversations?
it. Well, no, I think he put your name together, but he has listened to the podcast.
Oh, okay. I was like, how do you know these things? How did they know?
To be fair, he did forget about you, Don. He actually forgot about Don, and then he was like, "Oh, it's Sonia." He messaged me. He's like, "Sonia, what's the other one's name?" I was like, "It's Don." So he did forget about you, Don.
But you remember,
there you go.
her name is Danya everywhere else.
Yeah. He's not listening to any of this. We're muted.
Yeah.
He's just here to be
He's
supportive.
like, yeah, that's what I do when you guys are on TikTok or whatever, and I'm at work, and I just watch you guys.
Yeah.
Muted. Just kidding.
Because I was on his and his wife's live earlier because they're watching on Twitch because they Twitch. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, we're so supportive.
Yeah.
We love our fans.
Yeah, dreams.
I forgot what we
we're
were talking
Yeah,
about.
we got distracted. We do that really easy. So like we're rounding up to the hour, so go back to where we originally started, and
Dreams.
a dream, a future dream that's not like an in my head dream, but like when you are hopeful and people call them.
Yep.
We have more listeners. There we go. There's a dream. That's it. I don't
That would be a
really
nice
have
dream.
any, like, people are like, oh, 5-year plan, goal, dreams. I don't have any. I'm like, whatever happens, happens.
I've been very like if I think long term, it never works out. It just never does. Someone fucks it up basically.
Yeah.
Not me, just life.
Yeah.
So, I have 5-year plans. It's gonna get fucked up somehow. So now it's just like, 24 hours.
That's my
What
plan.
can I do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I do? Yeah.
I like I have like trauma thoughts in my not trauma, but like bad thoughts all the time. So I always have to plan like everything always. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, whatever. But I'm always planning something because that helps keep the crazy away. So like I just like the last I always 10 years I have plans, yeah. But it's
Thank God for this podcast. It keeps me
oh my
busy.
gosh, yes. It's really been like a really good like mental health supporter. Like, well, I think one of it is I'm hanging out with my friends once a week. Like I'm making time to be social. And then another one is like goal oriented, so it helps. And then 3 is I'm focusing on something else. Like it's
yeah.
Oh, it's
No,
great.
for sure. Like I'm so proud of us. Like we are gonna hit 100 episodes in 6 months, 7 months. I don't know how many weeks.
And
30
20
is
weeks.
20. Yeah.
That's
Oh my
4
god.
months.
Oh my
5.
god, we're gonna hit
5
100
months.
and oh my gosh. That's insane to me. Like I didn't think we'd be here. So thank you to the listeners we do have. Share us with your friends.
Share us. Yeah. We're sharing
Share
is
us.
caring. Yeah. It's good. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's a dream I have is
So do we
people
have
quit complaining about me on Facebook. That'd be nice.
Sanjay got banned in Facebook chat again today.
Like chat groups. I can't make any Facebook calls. Like no, I can't join any Facebook calls. Messenger was blocked earlier. I'd like content. A lot of my stuff is like, I don't know what's happening. I got some autism posts. People are like, this is bad. I'm like, it's fucking talking about autism. And then there's like, people are flagging my dog. Like I post pictures of puppies, not even the ones where I say like, I do mention they all need to find their families, but like people are like reporting that. I was like, fuck, why are you on my friend list? Like,
because they need they're fans. I told you that they're fans.
That's not a
they're just super fans.
It's kind of mean. Don't fap for free. Buy us a drink if you go to our link tree. You can buy us a drink because I just bought all these drinks and they're expensive.
They are.
People are still on Facebook. Well, yes, because we're old. I don't know if you know this, but it's an old. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on so people know what the fuck I'm talking about. So like, Facebook is an old people app, and once you get old, you use Facebook. One day, Chris, you'll be as old.
Except I don't.
You're not as old as me.
I use Facebook. I mean,
you're an old soul, Jessica. It helps.
Thank you.
I'm trying to stay hip, apparently.
Yeah, I have a dream that we would eventually get more Patreon followers.
Yeah.
The fact that we have consistently at least one since we started Patreon,
we have 2
and now
now,
we have 2, is a lot more than I thought we were gonna have. So like 1 is more, 100% more than what I thought we were gonna have. So
you don't have to call it that, Chris. You can call it Twitter.
So like, wait, yeah. So it changed online for me, and I was like, oh, I'm never gonna update my phone, so it's always gonna look like the bird. But like a couple hours ago, it updated, and now it's fucking X. So is it called Twitter still? Like how he
No.
named his kid?
It's called X.
No, it's X. But it's still Twitter on my phone.
Ah,
I have a kid on my phone, so mine's still Twitter too.
What? No. I was like, I'm never updating, and then it updated.
No, but see, we can beat Elon at his own game.
How?
Actually, we just call it Twitter.
Oh, okay. I'm
Like
always
that.
gonna call it Twitter
Yeah.
already. Like I'm not gonna change it.
But okay, before we leave and we do the plug, I do want to say, at X was a Twitter handle held by Evan's friend, who's a photographer, by the way. So that's what me and Evan were talking about today. And Elon Musk just took it.
I heard about that. Were they like
Right?
Yeah.
Well, that's Evan's friend.
Oh,
They go to
justice for
pinball
Evan's
tournaments
friend.
together.
Let's That's insane. Like, yeah, I was like, why would he do that? Like, it was so dumb. Like,
He just took it. And the guy's
He's
just like,
entitled and thinks he can. That's why he did it. Like,
so does that mean he can
I
change
thought
his
he
name?
wasn't even the CEO anymore.
Yeah, I don't know how he says. I don't know. I
no,
thought
he bailed on that one. He's
does
still a
that mean
CEO.
he can can you change your name to Twitter now? Can you have your name Twitter? If you can't have it X, can you have it Twitter? Can you have it Elon Musk?
Change it to Twitter.
It's probably already taken. Like, that's the issue. Like, to have at X means he's been on Twitter for since
The
Twitter's
beginning.
conception.
The beginning of time.
Yeah, and then it just was taken. You didn't even get paid for it. It was just taken.
They gave him merch. I thought was in the grapevines was they offered him some X merch.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I obviously don't know. Evan would know. So if Evan listens, he can ask his friend for the actual details. Yeah.
Like, what did he get out of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think nothing. I guess besides possible merch.
That's in the grapevine. Yeah. It's possible merch. Speaking of grapevines, did you hear there's aliens?
Yes.
I was like, I knew there was aliens. I always believed it.
It's not real.
I know.
Though.
I'm just so excited.
That's
for the gossip.
The worst part. They're like, we have aliens, but it's like you're just doing that because they're about to do a bunch of testing on flight things.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'd be so excited.
Propaganda.
I know. For a while, when 5G came out, they mentioned aliens before too. Then, and it's like
It's in the CIA documents. It's known that they bring up aliens anytime they're about to test weapons.
Alien as a language for everything, so it might not be extraterrestrials. But I was like, but then I would feel bad because it's supposed to be a dead alien is what they're talking about. I was like, oh my god, if we killed an alien and now we're talking about it, I'd be so heartbroken.
Okay, we already have the technology that it would take to come to Earth. So you think a being with that technology is just getting captured by fucking humans. Oops, sorry, I pressed nice, but captured by humans and murdered by our land guns. They
have the technology. I don't know.
They have the technology. It's not if it's some intelligent form of life, we're not gonna capture it. It's gonna be it's gonna look at us the way we look at ants.
Yeah but
it's we know it's life, we see how it lives, but it's not as intelligent as us. So
we're definitely not as intelligent as space travel, and I think when we get to the point of space travel, we're not going to be that smart. The person that helped get us to space travel will be smart. The rest of us will be cavemen. I guess no.
Just repopulating.
We're going the opposite way of smart. At this point in time, you'd think we'd get smarter, but
no.
We're actually getting more stupider than the people who are licking lead paint. So I don't know how that happened, but
it's so weird that these big capitalist countries keep defunding education.
Right? What?
It's such a weird trend. Why are they doing that? Anyways, that's a conversation for another day.
I know we're going over dreams. Yeah, I have a dream. Podcast ending.
I have yeah. So speaking of our Patreon, if you want to come and see all of our bonus content. There's like over 100 pieces of content on there for you to enjoy hours upon hours upon hours at the lowest tier. But if you join at the highest VIP tier, you get a name shout out here, like our VIP patron, Stephanie Hurst. So thank you so much, Stephanie. And yeah, we're going to try live streaming these episodes every Friday around 9:15, 9:20 p.m. EST. So follow us on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, which is where we are live streaming. And if you chat in any of those, we can see all the chats and we try to get to them without being derailed too much, but that doesn't always work.
We get derailed without interruptions or comments. So, it'll be fun to see.
Yeah.
It's a new adventure.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we're trying, guys. We just need you to notice us. Share us with your friends.
Yes.
Yeah, not like in a porn way, but in a fun, supportive way.
I don't know. Would they listen more if it was a porn way?
I feel like yeah.
Yeah.
I feel
it's a porn, but there's no sex sounds. It's just like podcast
boy. If that's your kink, whatever. But I feel like if we post, I think if we like have these on Pornhub, we might get more support. Like that's where podcasts have to start going. They need to start going to Pornhub.
3 women go at it hard.
That's random topic.
Discussing a topic.
Womp womp. That's where you like bad taglines, right? Like
Clickbait.
Anyway, everyone, have a good night, and we'll see you next Friday.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode.
There's a new episode of Opinionated Lushes every Friday on all streaming platforms.
An unedited episode Saturday on YouTube.
Have a cocktail suggestion?
A topic of interest.
A good drinking word?
Feel free to DM us on Instagram or email us at opinionatedlushes@gmail.com.
See you next week.
Don't forget your drinks.
And your opinions.